Welcome to the voyage of the naughty knots. Doesn't that sound like a Greek myth? The voyage of the naughty knots? Sounds like a Greek myth to me. But I make my own myths. So we're talking about Ariadne and Theseus and the Minotaur. This is a great, great myth, and it's been my myth for many, many years. Ariadne, I just talked about this on my last talk, so go back and pick that up. But anyway, it's the story of Theseus chasing the Minotaur in the labyrinth of the mind. And he finds his way out of the labyrinth after he kills the Minotaur by following Ariadne's thread. The goddess had given him a thread that he unravels when he goes into the labyrinth and follows it back out, you see. This is a great myth. Freud would love this myth. The unconscious is the labyrinth. In the unconscious, we have buried our Minotaur. Now, who is the Minotaur? The Minotaur is our self-loathing. This feeling that I'm not worthy. This deep, intimate feeling that something is missing. This feeling that there's more. This feeling that my beloved is yet to come. Where is he? Where is she? Or my God, where is my God? Where is my beloved? You see, this feeling comes from the Minotaur. The Minotaur is half bull, half man. And the Minotaur was buried by his father, the king, who was ashamed of him. He was ashamed of his son, this ugly half animal, half man. So he buried him in a labyrinth that no one could get out of. His secret. The king buried his own self-loathing. The king buried his own Minotaur. And Theseus is the hero. Theseus is the sun god. The Minotaur is the moon god. The Minotaur is the horns of dilemma. The Minotaur is the horns of your dilemma. The dilemma that keeps returning in different forms but feels the same. It's a knot. I call them naughty knots. The knot keeps returning in every situation, in every endeavor. But it's always new. So you think, oh, this is a new knot. But no, it's Groundhog Day. It's the same damn Minotaur. And I will never be free from it unless I go to the source and face it. And look the Minotaur in the eye. It's like turning. We're pursued by the Minotaur. And the myth of Theseus is that he, instead of running from the Minotaur, turns and goes towards the Minotaur. He goes towards his pain. He goes towards his wound, not away from it. He doesn't cover the wound up. He doesn't heal it, doesn't bandage it. He goes toward it. He keeps it open. He follows the blood. Whose blood? His own blood. The blood of Jesus is his own blood. It's not, he follows that to the Minotaur's lair. Bravely. Without weapons. Innocent. He goes to the source and he looks at his self-loathing face to face and discovers it's a prince or princess. What he had been running from was himself. We discover that we are our own beloved. That the Minotaur we're running from is our own self. Disguised. We can't see the Minotaur because through the back of our head, when we're running from the Minotaur, it's a monster. It's my own self-loathing. It's my own doubt, my own fear, my own negativity, my own anxiety. All these negatives are the Minotaur. But we can't see it through the back of the head because we don't have eyes in the back of the head. We have to turn. And we have to follow my pain, the pain we thought was caused by the Minotaur, we follow the pain back to the source. And there in its lair, deep, deep inside the cave of our mind, lies the Minotaur. And we look at it directly, and it is us. And we fall in love all over again. Where have you been, my beloved? Why, I've been buried here in the cave of your mind, and you've been running from me. You've been running from me. And now we embrace, my beloved. We look in the mirror and embrace ourselves. Instead of finding fault with ourselves, we embrace the image like Narcissus. He sees his image and falls in love with it and drowns. But what drowns? What drowns is the separation from myself. Is my separation from the Minotaur. In all the fairy tales is about the frog being kissed and turns into a princess. The Beauty and the Beast. You have to kiss the Minotaur to turn it into your beloved. You have to kiss the frog to find the prince or the princess. The stories are all there. The myths are all there in different forms. But we think, they're just fairy tales for children. They're just movies, fantasy. The real world is the world of going to work and fighting traffic and wondering when will this horror end? So if you could find the formula to this one myth, I'd find it on Google and read about it. Find us and inhabit it, imbibe it, drink it, eat it, taste it, live it, and you will extract the formula from the story, and that extraction will be applying it to your own life, and you'll be running from some boss, and you will realize, my God, this is a Minotaur, and you turn and look at the boss or the wife or the husband with fresh eyes, with innocent eyes, with clear eyes, and it's you, and it's you. Then you find reconciliation, you find restoration, and you find unity, whereas before there was division. You find joy where before there was pain. But you have to flip. Instead of running from the Minotaur, you have to turn and go towards the Minotaur, go towards the suffering. So your pain, your blood, is the trail to the Minotaur and your beloved. Let's let that sink in. That's a good idea. The blood of Jesus is not the blood of Jesus, it's your blood. And if you follow it back to the source, you'll find God. Simple as that. Thanks for dropping in. Subscribe so I can get out of. I'm kind of like stuck here in TikTok suspension. The TikTok suspension. Thanks for dropping in.